What's up YouTube, it's Matthew here and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about my thoughts on wholesaling real estate coming into the new year 2021. Now you all, 2021 is fast approaching and there are different speculations about real estate, about the market, about wholesaling in general, and I just want to break down my thoughts, my personal views in this industry coming into the new year and what I see happening in 2021 with wholesaling real estate. I'm going to talk about like competition, the legality of things, and just people's thoughts on different things and different strategies that you can put into in your wholesaling game. So if you all find value with this video, I ask that you all actually subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to reach 10,000 subs before this year ends. I know we can do it. We're almost there. And a lot of you all watch my videos and are not subscribed. So all I ask is that you click that subscribe button and subscribe to this channel. So let's get into it. So wholesaling real estate 2021. Let's first start talking about competition. Do I see wholesaling being more competitive in 2021? And the answer is yes, I do. I think more and more people, investors, people wanting to get into real estate are going to learn about wholesaling and get right into it. But I also think with wholesaling, with more people getting into it, there's going to be more barriers of entry. And I'll talk more about like the legalities of things, what I see for like different requirements in this industry later on in this video. But that's something to consider when you're talking about competition, because yes, you're going to have more and more people, but the people you're going to have in it, there most likely might be licensed people. I see more realtors getting into wholesaling and working with wholesalers. I see them actually warming up a little bit more to it. I think the people who hate it will always hate it, but I see more realtors, turning more into the investor side and wholesaling and working with wholesalers actually. So that's something positive I see with the competition and everything with real estate wholesaling. And then with competition, I do think, let's say you're in a city, a smaller city, it's not a large city like LA or New York or Atlanta. I think if you're the only wholesaler and one in like 5 wholesalers, I think probably next year you might see 8 or 10 more people jumping into this game as time goes on. And so that's something to consider. You have to change your strategy. You have to be quick on your response rates. You got to be really on top of your follow-up game and different things like that. And so I do see this industry being more competitive. But at the same time, with talking about competition, I don't think it's as known as you may think. The only reason you know is because you're actually interested in this and you're watching a small YouTuber right now talking about it. But if you all talk to like the common person, most people don't know what wholesaling real estate is. Most people know who realtors are, what real estate agents do, but people don't know what a wholesaler does. And I think we're not even touching the surface yet to that point. I think possibly we can get to that point, but I don't think we will get that far to that point in 2021. I think we'll be heading there. It's just not as known as most people think, or as you think it is, because you're actually in the game. So you feel like everyone's a wholesaler, right? But it's not as known as you think. Another thing with competition I want to talk about is that you're going to see more of these big companies getting into buying properties directly from sellers. You already see this so far with Zillow, with Redfin, with Realtor.com, these different websites just going directly to a seller so they can buy their properties from them instead of going through an agent or through a wholesaler. And these companies usually can offer a higher price than your average investor. And so in a way that can hurt your business or just force you to make an adjustment in your business. I think when things change, yes, it can hurt your business, but it's on you to make that adjustment. Another thing with that, I do see more sellers being known or understanding the value of their house, because I do see property values increasing next year. And so I see more sellers actually listing their properties for sale by owner on different websites like Zillow and Redfin, and also putting it directly on MLS. You know, there's different websites that you can use to list your property on the MLS for a flat fee, and you don't have to have an agent or another wholesaler to list it. So I think more and more sellers are going to be aware of their property values and what they can sell it as is on the market, and do it themselves. So we talked about the competition. Now I want to talk a little bit about the legality and just having a license to wholesale. I do see more and more cities and states requiring a license to wholesale real estate, and also fees associated with that. And so at first, when you could have started wholesaling with no money down, now you're probably going to have to pay a fee for a license in order to wholesale. And I see that happening more in 2021. Cities are going to really crack down on wholesalers, making sure their contracts are good, making sure the paperwork is good, there's earnest money deposit down, different things like that. And if you all saw in my last video, I made a video about how Philadelphia recently passed a bill now requiring people a license in order to wholesale in that city. So check my channel to watch that video of just me breaking down that bill and how I see that happening across the country in more and more states. And so with a license, I think that can put some credibility to the wholesale real estate industry, because some realtors are a little iffy still on wholesaling. But I think now that a wholesaler has a license, they may be more willing to work with the wholesaler to find them buyers, or to send them off-market deals and different things like that. And so I don't think the license will be super hard to get, but it's just something to consider coming into 2021. So we talked about the competition, how I see that increasing. We talked about how I see more and more states requiring a license in order to wholesale, and even a fee in order to get a license to wholesale in more and more states in 2021. And next, I want to talk about how 2021 will require you to make adjustments to your wholesaling real estate business in a way that forces you to go beyond the traditional route of just assigning the contract. I think more and more deals are just going to require you to get a hard money loan, or just to take a house down yourself, close on it, and then find a buyer. Just with the seller knowing more and more about, the different issues of their property, the property values, and just having buyers come in the property while the seller is there, I think you will have to make that adjustment in taking down properties yourself. And then it's going to require more and more wholesalers to explore more avenues of real estate and require you to level up your games, because you don't want to just always do wholesaling. I mean, if you do, you can do that. I think in 2021, the industry is really going to force you to explore flipping, to explore creative deals, doing sub-2, some seller financing, some different wraps and different things like that in order to maintain your business in 2021. I know for me, I recently put a property under contract with another cash buyer. So this cash buyer I've closed deals with, I sold him deals, and I wanted to start on my first flip. So I brought him a deal. I said, hey, I want to learn how to flip a property. Are you okay with me bringing you this deal? We close on it together, you just fund it. And I learned from that, and then we split the profit 50-50. I can help with repair costs, I can help with checking on the crew here and there, and he was totally down for that. And so we got an agreement signed, so Lord willing, we can close at the end of January of 2021. And then with that deal, we'll most likely do a hotel deal where we just put it down, we clean it up, and we put it right back on the market. May do minor repairs, but it will be pretty simple. And so I think 2021 is really going to force you to, hold on to a rental as opposed to wholesaling it, because you can get great cash flow, and the market is just exploding and appreciating, that you need to hold on to some properties yourself. Doing like sub-2s, creative deals, more and more people are going to take out mortgages this year, and more people are going to try to refinance or get out of their mortgage. And so that's when you can come in, put a property under contract, sub-2, take over the loans, and just rent out the property. So those are the main three things I wanted to talk about in this video on what I see happening in the industry in 2021. Mainly increased competition, more requirements about the legality of wholesaling and just having a license in order to wholesale. And then also 2021 forcing you to level up your game to get into other aspects of real estate investing, such as flipping, holding rentals, and creative financing deals. I hope you all really enjoyed this video. You all have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I just wanted to send off this video with you all. Be safe out there. Remember, subscribe. A lot of you all watch my videos. I would really appreciate if you all subscribe. Just click that subscribe button. All right, and I'll talk to you all later.